Hello and welcome to today's show. So today we're going to be talking about the non-codex compliant chapters. So we're going to start off with the Blood Angels. Hello, Oliver. Hang on. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Blood Angels. So we know the Blood Angels attachment rule. We've seen it in the faction focus. They get +1 to their strength and attacks characteristic when they charge. Okay, stratagems. So we have Angel Sacrifice. So this is in any phase. One of the steps is to start his character unit from your army that was just destroyed. Hello, Tom. Oliver, loving the pair of monoliths behind you. Yes, as a tribute to your list, Oliver. So, one adept start his unit from your army that was just destroyed. You can use this stratagem on the unit even though it was just destroyed. Until the end of the battle, each time a friendly adept start his unit makes an attack that targets the enemy unit that just destroyed your character unit, you can re-roll the hit roll. Okay. That's nice. It's like a vengeance. Fight phase. One adept to start his unit from your army just before that unit consolidates. Until the end of the phase, each time model in your unit makes a consolidation move, it can move up to 6 instead of 3, provided your unit ends a consolidation move, coherence and engagement of another enemy unit. So that's nice. That get 6-inch consolidation for melee armies. I think it's much needed to the way that the consolidation rules work now. Being able to have access to that, I think, is quite important for melee armies. Okay, fight phase. One adept to start his unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. Until the end of that phase, melee weapons equipped by models in that army have the Lance, which is +1 to wound. It's the Blood Angels of old, and lethal hits ability. It's a weird combination because you're going to get 6s that like auto wound, and then you're going to get +1 to wound as well. But yeah, nice. I like it. That's going to really make them seriously deadly. When your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase, just after an enemy unit has selected the targets, one adept starts unit from your army that's selected as target that attacking units. Until the end of the phase, each time it targets, is this armor contempt? Oh yeah, I should have just read armor contempt. Ignore AP by 1. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that stratagem +1 to wound with the +1 to wound and lethal hits, Tom, that's going to be ruthless. Okay, fight phase. Just after an enemy unit has selected its targets, one adeptus unit from your army that was selected as the target of one or more of attacking units' attacks. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit is destroyed, if that model has not fought this phase, do not remove it from play, it can fight. So fight on death, which is massive. Only in Death to Duty end. For melee armies, I just think it's so huge. You know, if you get that unit of Sanguinary Guard or something in there, big unit, and then someone gets fight first or some way to hit you first, you still get to use it and take them out. And it's not on a roll, it's a guarantee for 2 CP. Really good. Okay, Relentless Assault. In your movement phase, just after it started, your army falls back. That discharges unit. Until the end of the turn, you're eligible to declare a charge even though it fell back. Again, another really, really big stratagem for a melee army. So that's really nice. Being able to fall back and charge. Very good. Okay, then we have the enhancements. So we have Artisan of War. Adeptus to start his models only. Improve your armor penetration characteristic of the bearers and the weapons by 1. And the bearer has a save characteristic of 2+. Very nice. Getting extra AP in this edition I think is going to be key to getting good damage output. Archangel Shard. So adept to start his model only. The bearer's melee weapons have the Anti-Chaos 5+. And Lance ability, which is +1 to wound. That's quite nice. If you've got a beat stick character. And then adept to start his model only. While enemy unit, excluding monster vehicles, is within engagement range of the bearer's unit, half the objective control characteristics in the unit. That's quite good, and I think it can be used well but it is situational. So yeah. Depth start is model only. Each time an enemy unit, in monster vehicles within engagement range of the bearer's unit, is selected to fall back, models in that enemy unit must take a desperate escape test as if their unit was battle shocked. When doing so, if that unit is battle shocked by other means, subtract 1 from that desperate escape test. So that means that they'll be dying on a roll of, I think it's 1, 2, or 3, if they are already battle shocked, or a 1 and 2 if they're not. So that's nice, because obviously you're going to be in engagement range with people and they're going to want to fall back. So that is actually quite nice. I will say none of these actually really buff any of the units that these characters are with, but you can make the character a bit more killy, or you can do some cool stuff like the desperate breakout or the halving the objective control. Okay, Astaroth. So movement 12, toughness 4, 2 up save, 5 wounds, 5 up leadership, 1 OC. He has the Executioner's Axe, which is devastating wounds, which is 4 attacks, 2 up weapon skills, strength 6, -3, 2 damage. Very nice. Then we have his Deep Strike, he's a leader, he has Oath of Moment faction. Then we have Redeemer of the something? Redeemer of the Lost. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought this phase, roll a d6 on a 4+, do not remove it from play, that destroyed model can fight. That's really, really nice. So in melee, you get a unit in melee, and then you're getting that 4+ fight on death without having to spend that 2 CP. So it's a little bit more unreliable, but it's still very, very nice, I think. Okay, next up we have Mass of Doom. Once per battle, when this model's unit makes a charge move, this model can use this ability. When it does, until the end of the turn, melee weapons equipped by models in that unit have the devastating wounds ability. So that's really nice. It's only once per battle, but that is nice. If you're going into something like a monster vehicle, something where you will need them 6s to actually make sure they go through, finish something off, that's going to be key. And his Executioner Axe gets devastating wounds anyway, so yeah, really, really nice. And he gets a 4-up Invan, he has Fly and Jump Pack and all that good stuff. And he can be put with Death Company Marines with Jump Packs. Okay, then we have the Bile Predator. It's 12-inch move, T10, 3-up save, 11 wounds. Overcharge engine. You can reroll the advanced rolls made for this model. Each time this model advances until the end of the turn, ranged weapons equipped by this model have the assault ability. They can only target infantry units. Interesting. I think with the Bile Flamestorm cannon, having that as assault, 18-inch range, your movement 12, you're rolling D6, so probably on average movement 15, then 18-inch range. That's a 33-inch range on your flamers. Strength 6 -2, 2 damage with D6 +3. They're looking pretty lethal. Like in this edition, I think that's a really, really good profile. What do you guys think? And then, do we have anything else that's new? No, everything else is pretty much the same as what we've seen. Twin Assault Cannon, Devastating Wounds, and Twin Linked, which is a really nice profile as well, because you're re-rolling to wound, and then you can get the Devastating Wounds on top of it. So yeah, really, really nice. And to be honest, all these guns you want to shoot at infantry anyway. If you're shooting at the other anything else, you're probably not using the right weapons to hit the right stuff. So it has the twin assault cannons already, and you can be equipped with 2 heavy flamers or 2 heavy bolters. We have Brother Corbulo. He's a leader, sanguinary priest. While a model is leading a unit as a 5-up feel no pain, which is really nice. He has Heaven's Teeth, strength 5, -1 damage, attack 6. While this model is leading a unit, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of melee weapons equipped by models in that unit. I really like the Predator's intent. This is lovely. I thought that the Annihilator and Destructor getting special rules against vehicles and infantry respectively actually makes them really tasty. Yeah, I think it's cool. Rabski says, might actually get to use my Bile Predators. Yeah, I think that's a really nice rule, that assault rule with the Flamers. I think that's really cool. And then Flamers with the D6 plus 3 makes them quite reliable with the amount of shots. Plus, strength 6 minus 2 damage. That's a really good profile. So, Corbulo can be put with Assault Squad, Devastator Squad, Tactical Squad, Vanguard Vets. Why would you not take Corbulo plus 1 attack and feel no pain? Actually, yeah, did I just not read that because I was too busy? He gets 5 of it. Wildest models leading a unit, add 1 to attacks characters for melee weapons. Yeah, really nice. But he can be put with Assault Squad, Devastator Squad, Tactical Squad, and Vanguard Veteran Squad. So not massive on the choice of what you can put him there with, Oliver. Okay, Captain Tycho. Says Blood Song, strength 4 minus 1, 2 damage, which is empty and 4 plus, devastating wounds, melter 2. That's nice. Dead Man's Hand, it's a nice little melee weapon. Gifted Commander, while this model is leading a unit, each time unit is selected to shoot, select one of the following abilities. Apply ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit until the end of the phase. Assault, Heavy, Rapid Fire 1. That's nice. The first time the attack is allocated to this model, after the attacking model finished making its attacks, until the end of the battle, change the attacks characteristics of this model's Dead Man's Hand to 12. Holy crap. So if he survives, he gets double the amount of attacks. First time. So the first time he's attacked, if he survives, he has 12 attacks on that Dead Man's Hand for the rest of the game. Nice. I like it. He can be put with Assault Squad, Command Squad, Tactical Squad, or Vanguard Veteran Squad. Chief Librarian. Mephiston, should I say. He has a 5-up feel no pain. He's a leader. He has the Quickening. While this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have the Fight's First ability, which is really strong. He has the Psychic Hood, which is a 4-up feel no pain against psychic attacks. And he has Transfixing Gaze. At the start of the fight phase, you can select one enemy unit within engagement range of this Psyker. Roll 1d6. On a 1, this Psyker model suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 2 to 5, until the end of the phase, worsen the weapon skill characteristic of melee weapons equipped by this model by models in the enemy unit by 1. Nice. And on a 6, at the end of the phase, worsen the weapon skill by attacks characteristics of those weapons by 1. Nice. I like it. So he's Fury of the Ancients, which is attacks 3, strength 4 minus 1 D3. Sort of saying it's 1. Yeah. That's all a bit crap. And then he has Vitorus, which is attack 6, strength 9, minus 3 D3 damage. That's actually quite nice, weapon skill 2. He has a 5-up invuln and a 2-up save. He's T5. It's quite nice. He can be put with Assault Intercessors, Intercessor Squad, and Stern Guards Veteran. Okay, Commander Dante. Shocked that Tycho even got a data sheet. Man has been canonically dead for more editions than he's been alive. You kind of want him to be shot by a sniper once and then get him on the rampage. Yeah, I agree, Oliver. Mephiston, that is, Tycho feels better, and that's embarrassing. Okay. Movement 12, T4, 2-up save, 6 wounds, 6 plus, OC1. Perdition, Melter 2, pistol sustain, so 6-inch range, sustain D3, 1 attack, strength 8 minus 4 D6. It's nice, but it's 1 attack. It's like, you'll use it a couple of times and probably never do anything with it. The Axe Mortalis, he's got lethal hits, he's got 8 attacks, 2-up weapon skills, strength 7 minus 3, 2 damage. That's quite nice, I don't mind that at all. It's an elite killer. While this model is leading a unit, add 1 to the charge rolls made for that unit. Each time that model makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. That's quite nice. Death Mask Sanguineous. At the start of the fight phase, each enemy unit within 6 units of this model must take a battle shock test, subtracting 1 from the test when they do. Dante, one of the most beloved heroes in the entire Imperium, genuinely feels meh. That is exactly what I was about to say, Oliver. He's alright. Like, I don't mind his attacks characteristic. I think that's alright. -3 is pretty good. But you're expecting more from those abilities from a chapter master. He's like the top boy of the Blood Angels. And what? He's giving +1 to charge. And to hit. Like, nice. But then, I don't know. The Battle Shock feels like... I feel like the Battle Shock... the Death Mask of Sanguinius should have given them fight first. If you'd given them fight first with the Death Mask of Sanguinius for that unit, then I'd have been like, yes. Fight first, +1 to charge, and add 1 to hit rolls. Now we're talking, you know. Making someone do a Battle Shock test and subtracting 1. It's alright. Battle Shock's not that important other than the fact of objective control. So, yeah. Feels a bit bad. Feels a bit bad. I think they could have given him devastating wounds as well. Just, you know, making that a little bit more lethal. Wait till you get to Hellbrecht. I want you to compare the two. Honesty, shocking. Oh. Okay. Death Company Dreadnought. Black Rage. Each time this model makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll. Okay, yes, Black Rage is what the Death Company have. And the same thing with the Chaplain. Each time an enemy unit targets its model. After that model has finished making its attacks, this model can either shoot as if it were your shooting phase or fight as if it was a fight phase. That's nice. So you just basically get to shoot back or fight back once you get hit. Although, if you're fighting back in the fight phase, doesn't that just count as your activation? Or do you get that as an extra activation? Anyone want to clarify that on the rules with me? Blood Talons, Twin Link, so you reroll the wound roll. It's attack 7, strength 8, -2, 3 damage. Very nice. And then Twin Furioso Fist, also Twin Link, which is 5 attacks, strength 12, -3, 3 damage. Both of them seem quite nice. He does get a 2-up save, T9. And then the Magna Grapple, which the bearer loses the smoke keyword, but add 2 to the charge rolls made for the bearer if one or more targets of that charge is a monster or vehicle unit. That's quite nice. It looks like it's an extra activation, which with only 7 attacks, it really should be. Yeah, I agree. I think it would be. If it's not an extra activation, it's just a bit meh for anything that's mainly melee, isn't it? Okay, we've got the Death Company Intercessors, which I think we've seen. You know, we've seen what the Black Rage is. We've seen all of the weapons. Thunderhammer's hitting on 4s. Once per turn, you can target this unit with the Overwatch or Heroic Intervention stratagems. Then we have the normal Death Company Marines that also have Black Rage, but they also have an Honourable Death in combat. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, that attack has sustained hits 1 ability if this unit is below starting strength, and if you're below half strength, you get sustained hits 2. It's nice, so when as they get killed, they still feel like they're pretty lethal, which is good. And then we have the ones with jump packs, which for some reason have a different rule. You can reroll the charge rolls made for this unit. Don't know why they've given the jump pack unit of the same thing a different rule to the guys without jump packs. I think that's a bit weird. Just give them the same fucking rule. Like, you give everyone else the same rules all the time, just give them the same rules. It just makes no sense. Unless you're going to get an extra rule for having a jump pack on, like a charge rule. Cool, but yeah. Just me. Annoyed with some things. Each time this model is selected to fight, you can select 1 enemy unit with engagement range of it. Roll d6, adding 2 to the result of this model has made a charge move this turn. So on a 4 or 5, that enemy unit starts D3 mortal wounds, but that will be on a 2+ if you made a charge. And on a 6+, that enemy unit suffers 3 mortal wounds. So that would be on a 4+, it would be 3 mortal wounds if he's made a charge. He gets the Magna Grapple as well. Furioso Fists. Yeah, same as the other Dreadnought. So Furioso Dreadnought looks nice. Gabriel Seth. Okay, Blood Reaver, sustain hits 1, attack 6, strength 8, -2, 3 damage. Not bad. Lord of the Slaughter. While this model is leading a unit is eligible to declare a charge which is advanced. Advanced and charge is very strong, so it's very nice. Each time this model fights, until the fight is resolved, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of the model's blood revar for every 5 enemy models within 6 inches of the model. That's nice. You go into a unit of like 20 Necron warriors and you suddenly get 10 attacks. I like it. It's a bit like having blast for that weapon. Assault squad 6, command squad. Oh, sorry, assault squad, command squad, tactical squad, vanguard veteran squad. Lamarties. Blood Crozier, strength 6 -2/2 damage of 5 attacks. Guardian of the Lost. While this model is leading a unit, while an attack is allocated to that model, that unit, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic. -1 damage. You know, that's what the Death Guard wish for. While this model is leading a unit, melee weapons with it have lethal hits. It's quite nice. Let's see what Lamarties can with Death Company Marines. Yeah, he gives better buffs than Dante. Who? Lamarties or Lamarties? -1 damage is really strong and lethal hits is nice. Yeah, probably. Librarian Dread. Furioso Fists, Furioso Force Halberd, Strength 9, -3 d6 +3 damage. Only 1 attack though, but it's an extra attack, so that's nice. Shield of Sanguinius. While a friendly at depth started unit within 6 inches of this model, models in that unit have 5 up, feel no pain against mortal wounds and psych attacks. Wings of Sanguinius. Once per turn, at the end of your movement phase, 1 psyker from your army with this ability, so you can only use it once, even if you've got multiple units to do the same. If it does, roll a d6 on a 1. That psyker suffers d3 mortal wounds. On 2+, select 1 friendly Adept Society's infantry unit within 12 inches of that psyker and remove it from the board. And basically, you can Veil of Darkness it. So you can pick it up, put it 9 inches away. That's really nice. If that unit is then with, for instance, Dante, you can get +1 to charge on it. It's good. Oh, Gabriel Seth, yeah. Yeah, agreed. So yeah, he's nice. Okay, we get down to the Sanguinary Guard. So, movement 12, T4, 2 up save, 2 wounds. Very similar to what they were before. They have Angelic Visage. Each time it attacks this unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Really nice. While a Warlord model is leading this unit, each time a melee attack targets this unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. That's really nice if the Warlord's with them. Subtract 1 from hit roll and the wound roll. That will be really good. Yeah, the Blood Angel Dreadnoughts look good. N Carmine Blade, which is 4 attacks, strength 5, -2/2 damage. Not bad. And then you've got the Power Fist, strength 8, -2/2 damage. With 3 attacks. Both hitting on 3s though, which is nice. If you have a Sanguinary Banner, you add 1 to the objective control characteristics, so you'd be OC2, which is quite good. But yeah, these boys, big unit of these boys, I think will be scary. Especially with certain buffs you can get off of characters. Stick a Warlord with them, -1 to wound. With the 2 up save, start getting quite, because there's not as much AP, start getting quite hard to kill. And then you could put Armor of Contempt on them, which is ignoring AP1. With the stratagem, even harder to kill. So yeah, you could definitely keep these boys alive, I reckon. Okay, Sang Priest. While this model, he gets a 5 up, feel no pain. And then Blood Chalice. While this model is leading a unit, improve the armor penetration characteristic by 1. That's very good as well. AP. Anything that can improve your AP in this edition, I think is going to be key. You can lead assault squads, devastator squads, tactical squads, and vanguard vet squads. Okay, the Sanguinor's got lone operative, so you can't be shot outside of 12. Fights first, which is really nice. Deep strike. So he's not a leader, weirdly. In Carmine Broadsword, devastating wounds. Attacks 8, strength 6, -3, 2 damage. Really nice. 8 attacks, 2 up. 2 up save. While a friendly Adept Start unit is within 6 inches of this model, so he gets an aura, you can re-roll battle shock tests and leadership tests taken for that unit. It's okay, it's cool. Yeah, Seth feels better than the guy who is literally in command of half the Imperium. Yeah, agreed. I don't know, they've made a new model for Dante. Why didn't they give him good rules? Surely, like, just makes sense. Sell him. Feels like the Blood Angels, Dreadnoughts are standouts. Yeah, sorry, I read that. Feel bad that I'm not impressed with Blood Angels. They aren't Space Wolves, but bad, but they aren't anything special. Yeah, we'll go on to Space Wolves bad. Okay, Miraculous Saviour. Once per battle, at the end of your opponent's charge phase, if this model is still in reserves, you can select one enemy unit that made a charge move this phase, set this model up on the battlefield with engagement range of enemy unit. Once per battle, at the end of your opponent's charge phase, if this model is still in reserves, you can select one enemy unit that made a charge move this phase, set this model up on the battlefield with engagement range. Okay, so you just teleport in and go, ta-da! And you've got the fight's first ability, and they haven't charged you. So you just get to hit them. That is actually seriously good. 8 attacks, strength 6 minus 3, 2 damage. It's like a counter charge. That's going to be brutal. Oh, I really like that. Unless I've completely got it wrong. So you keep him in reserve, which he can deep strike anyway, yeah. And then once an enemy's made a charge move, you can set this model up within engage range of that enemy unit. That's a bit like that Custodes thing they had in 9th. That's really cool. But better. Yeah, I like that a lot. Sanguinor's going to be a great little character. I'll be putting him in my list. So we've got Tycho the Lost, which you can't have Tycho and Tycho the Lost in the same thing. Fallen Hero, this model is leading a unit that is able to charge and turn it which advanced and charge. He has the Black Rage, and then he has Death Vision of Sanguinius. If this model is destroyed by a melee attack after attacking that unit has finished attacks, making its attacks, you can roll d6, add in 2 if the result is attacking is the enemy Warlord. On a 2 to 3, that enemy suffers 3 mortal wounds, d3 plus 3, or c6 plus 3. Very nice. It's very fucking circumstantial. You just don't kill him with your Warlord and you're fine. I think we must be getting towards the end here. Sanguinary Piece with Jump Pack. We've seen all this. Blood Chalice. Prove melee by 1. Okay, that is it. Oh. Went too far. Who should we do next? Let's do the Templars next. We'll go along the line. Hoping Templars aren't going to be quite as big, to be honest. Makes sense that Sangor isn't a leader. The guy turns up, kills stuff, refuses to elaborate, then leaves. Yeah, and he looks awesome at it. And I think for me, if he's pointed right, he'll be a great addition to any Blood Angel army. Obviously, we don't know how the points are going, but if it's anything like 9th and he's around maybe 100 points, I think he's going to be really good. Oliver says Matt Ward is in charge of Dante's rules and refused to have him better than Calgar. Oh. Okay. So we know the detachment rules. You can pick one, and there's some stuff. You can't have a Gladiator Lancer, Gladiator Reaper, Gladiator Valiant, Impulsor, Repulsor, or Repulsor Executioner in Black Templars armies. Only old school vehicles, I'm afraid. And then you can choose one of these, which they're very good. Accept any challenge, no matter the odds. Templars data sheets are quite big purely because every transport is reprinted at the end because they can all take a multi-meta. That is the only difference. Okay, if that's the case, then what we'll do is we'll just ignore the data sheets at the end. Black Templars. Do you want to see Helbrecht, Oliver, now you've been talking about it? Come on, loading. You didn't give me a problem with the Blood Angels. Now you're giving me grief. Okay, stratagems. One adept to start is your character unit from your army. Select one Templar Val. I'm sweating. It's so hot in here. Select one character. Sorry, select one Templar Val that is not active for your army until the start of your next command phase. While that character is leading a unit, models in that unit gain that Val, in addition to the Val selected to be active. So you get 2 Vals. That's really good. Space Wolf players must be crying. Literally just in tears. Okay, they got devout pushback, but in this time it's in your opponent's shooting phase when an enemy unit is shot. One adept starts from your unit that had one or more of its models destroyed as a result of the attacking units. It's a bit circumstantial. Your unit can make... Circumstantial, is that the right word? Your unit can make a normal move of up to D6, but if it must end that move close to the enemy unit that it just shot. If Abhor the Witch, destroy the Witch Vow is active. For your army, your unit can make a normal move of up to 6 inches instead. Very nice. But it must move towards close to enemy or psyche unit. No escape. Your opponent's movement phase, when an enemy unit, excluding vehicles and monsters, is selected to fall back. One step to start his unit from your army that is in engage range with them. Roll a d6, adding 1 to the result if the accept any challenge no matter the odds vow is active for your army. On a 4+, the enemy unit cannot fall back this phase and must remain stationary. Otherwise, that enemy unit can fall back this phase, but if it does, all models in that unit must take a desperate escape test. Okay, so either way, even if you fail the 4+, they'll still have to have a bit of a negative. Okay, Armour of Contempt, which we know, which is -1 to the AP. And then Vicious Riposte. Fight phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. One adept to start unit from your army that was selected as the target of one or more of the attacking units until the end of the phase. Each time a model in your unit is destroyed, if that model is not fought this phase, roll a d6, adding 1 to the result if uphold the Honor Emperor Vow is active. On a 4+, do not remove the model from play, it can fight. So really nice. It'll be on a 3+ if you've got the other Vow, that Vow, Emperor's Vow on. Crusader's Wrath for 1 CP. Playing in the fight phase, one of the steps starting from your army has not been selected to fight this phase. Until the end of the phase, each time model in your army makes a melee attack, improve the armor penetration characteristic by 1, which is huge. Like I was saying earlier, improving the AP is going to be so big in this edition. At the moment, from what we've seen. If Suffer Not the Unclean to Live Vow is active for your army, add 1 to the strength characteristic as well. So really good. Really nice. So we have some of the enhancements. Improve the strength and armor penetration characteristic of the bearer's weapon by 1. Very nice. If they suffer not the unclean, live add 1 to the add 1 to the attack characteristics of the weapons as well. Very nice. Then we have Sigmund's Seal. Improve the attacks characteristic of melee weapons by 1. While the bearer is leading a unit, if accept any challenge vow is active, your army, each time the model makes a melee attack, a successful unmodified hit roll of 5 scores a critical hit. Very nice. So you're auto wounding on 5s. Or no, it's a critical hit, so you could get sustained hits on 5 luck. Okay, the bearer's range weapons have the precision. This is Witch Seeker's bolts, anti-psycho 4+ and devastating wounds ability. That's very nice. If Abhor the Witch, destroy the vow is active, you can re-roll the hit roll and you can re-roll the wound roll. Very nice. If you get something, I don't know all of the characters for Templars and their weapons, but that could be nice. And then this one is Tannhauser's Bones. Each time an attack is allocated to the bearer, half the damage characteristic of that attack. While the bearer is leading a unit, if the uphold the Honor Emperor Vow is active, your army models have a 5 up for no pain. While the bearer is leading a unit, and that is active, you get 5 up for no pain. That's nice. And each time this attack is allocated to the bearer, half the damage characteristic. That's really nice. Okay, Chaplain Grimaldus. So we have movement 6 T4, 3 up save, 4 wounds. Very low on the wounds. As a chaplain though, they're not kind to the chaplains with wounds. And then we have the Cenobite Servitor, who is 1 wound. Okay, so he has 5 up, feel no pain innately. He's a leader. He has Oath of Moment. So he has Litanies of the Devout. While Chaplain Grimaldus is leading a unit, each time modeling that unit makes a melee attack, you can reroll a hit roll. Rerolls to hit, not bad, not bad. Temple Relics in your command phase. Ollie Pickett, all these strats are excellent. Oliver Wingfoot says, those servitors are great, the strats are great, enhancements are solid. Already, this makes them so much better than Blood Angels. Agreed. So, Temple Relics in your command phase. If this unit contains one or more Cenobite servitor models, select one relics of the Emperor's Ascent ability. See left. Until the start of your next command phase, this unit's Chaplain Grimaldus model has that ability. So, Banner of the Fallen Crusaders. Declare a charge in a turn which advance or fall back. Very nice. Models in that unit have a 5 up for no pain. Very nice. Improve the armor penetration characteristics of melee weapons by 1. Very nice. I tell you what, even comparing this guy to Dante, he's so much better. You know? Like, Grimaldus on his own is just better than Dante. I mean, he's not with attacks and stuff, but, you know, in terms of just abilities and handing out to buff your units, like, much better. Wounds don't matter when you have 43 ablative wounds with a 5 up, feel no pain. Very true. You stick this guy with, what can he go with? He can go with Assault Intercessor Squad, Infernus Squad, an Intercessor Squad, a Primaris Crusader Squad, or the Primaris Sword Brethren, which I'm gathering the 43 wounds is with one of those. Crusader Squad. You can reroll advance and charge roll maze for this unit, which is nice. They're 2 wounds apiece, movement 6, T4. They have the battle line keyword. All the same normal weapons. They can take thunder hammers. Poor Wolfen. 4 to 9 initiates and 1 sword brother. Very nice. For me, a major issue with Banjo is it seems to be no internal synergy. There's no real buffs. It's just mediocre beat sticks. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Okay, here we are. High Marshal Helbrecht. Movement 6, T4, 2 up save. Wounds 5. Expecting him to have more wounds than that, I must admit. Ferocity. Anti-infantry 4+. Devastating wounds. 24-inch range. Attacks 2. Ballistic skill 2. Strength 5, -1, 2 damage. And then we have Sword of the High Marshal. So when his one-handed sweep attack, his attacks 12, weapon skill 2+, strength 6, -3, 1 damage. Good AP there. And then you can have 6 attacks with two-handed, which is 2+, strength 8, -3, 3 damage. Okay, very nice. Crusade of Wrath. While this model is leading a unit, add 1 to the strength characteristic of melee weapons equipped by models in that unit. Each time an attack is made with such a weapon, a successful unmodified hit roll of 5 scores a critical hit. So I should imagine that then ties in with one of the vows, like some of the vows. I know you can get sustained hits and things like that, so that's really, really nice. And then High Marshal, at the start of the fight phase, select one enemy unit with engagement range of this model's unit and roll 1d6. On a 2 to 3, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds, and on a 4 to 5, that unit suffers 3 mortal wounds, and on a 6, that unit suffers D3 plus 3 mortal wounds. Nice. Helbrecht time, baby. Now compare him to Dante. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've seen Dante. I'm not going to get Dante's sheet back up, but yeah, I mean, he's better, but like, add 1 to the strength characteristic is nice, and 5 up critical hit. Yeah, it's good. I know like Dante gives out the +1 to charge, but yeah, just all round better data sheet. And then who can the High Marshal get put with? He can get put with Assault Intercessor Squad, Primaris Crusader Squad, and Primaris Sword Brethren. Okay. Who are you going to put in with, Ollie Pickett? Okay, Primaris Crusader Squad. You can reroll advanced charge rolls made for this unit. Righteous Zeal. They have all the normal gear. 2 wounds. Very nice. how many. Oh, they have a scout move of 6 inches as well, which is good. That's very good, in fact. Although I do like a scout move. Does that mean I'm gathering the character, whoever's with that unit, can also make a scout move? Is that part of the rules? Anyone? So you can take 5 to 11 Primaris Initiates and 4 to 8 Primaris Neophytes. Primaris Sword Brethren. Val Swarm Bladesman. These get 3 wounds, strength 6, T4, 3 up save. At the start of the fight phase, you can select one of the following effects to apply to melee weapons equipped by models in this unit until the end of the phase. Add 1 to the attacks characteristic of those weapons, add 1 to the damage characteristic of those weapons. That's nice. So you can get damage-free Thunder Hammers, or damage to power weapon, or damage-free Master Crafted power weapon, or damage to a chainsword, or you can just get extra attacks. These seem good. And you can get up to 10 of them. You can get 10 with an extra wound. With an extra guy. A Sword Brother Castellan. So you can get 11. Every model has a heavy bolt pistol as Tali's chainsword. Do they have an invuln? No, they didn't. Yeah, they seem very nice. Hellbrett will go with the Sword Brethren all day long, I think, in the Crusader. Yeah, that is very, very nice. Okay, Emperor's Champion. Skillful parry once per phase. When a melee attack is allocated, you can make it 0 damage. That's a very strong rule, because I used it for the Votan a lot. And you get to choose which one as well. It's not the first. Each time this model makes a melee attack that ties a character, add 1 to the wound roll, which is also very strong. So he's got the Black Sword Strike, which is precision. Strength 8, -3, 3 damage, which is really good. And then he's got the old Sweep, which is 10 attacks. Strength 6, -2, 1 damage. I like him. I think he's cool. He's not really buffing any units, but you put him with a unit and then you take him out to go and kill stuff. Also, there is a brilliant combo with Helbrecht and Castellan. What's the combat? What's the combo? Castellan. Combo with Helbrecht and Castellan. You will see it. Wait till you get to him, you will see it. Okay. I will, if this ever loads in. So, we've still got the Dark Angels and the Space Wolves and Deathwatch to go. I don't think I'm going to get time to get round to all of them. But, hopefully, we will get through as many, we'll get through at least 4, I should imagine. Okay, movement 6, T4, 3 up save, combi weapon, 4+ infantry, devastating wounds, rapid fire 1. Astartes chainsword, Master Crafted power weapon. Tactical precision. While this model is leading a unit, weapons equipped by models in that unit have the lethal hits ability. Okay, so 5 up plus lethal hits. This is the combo I'm thinking. This model's unit is eligible to shoot back and declare a charge in which eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn which it fell back. Very nice. And then I'm gathering on here, it says that he can go in a unit with, it's already had a character, is it? You can attach this model, yeah, with a captain or chapter master model. Yeah, very, very nice. You stick them two together, suddenly you're doing lethal hits. And then use tactical precision. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Then we've got Marshal, Rights of Battle, where you can use the stratagem for 0. Once about the start of the fight phase, this model can use this ability. If it does, at the end of the phase, add 3 to the attack characteristics of melee weapons equipped by this model, and those weapons have the devastating wounds ability. Add 3 to the attack, so he gets 9 attacks, strength 5, -2 damage with devastating wounds. It's nice. He can be put with all of the normal boys. Oh, so Black Templars have their own Gladiator Lancer with its own shit. Oh, because you can take different weapons. I get it. I get it. Okay, I'm not going to go through these data sheets. I'm going to head back and we're going to go on to the Dark Angels. So then, guys, who are we thinking looks the strongest? I think from what people are saying, I mean, I've looked at the Space Wolves already. That's the only one I really looked at, and they don't look strong. They look like the worst. It's tragic that Blood Angels have no synergy within units like that. Yeah, I agree. It's a shame. I mean, I'm sure with a little bit more looking through, there might be a few more, but Thomas Russell said, if you do Deathwatch, that would be good. Okay, we'll have a look at Deathwatch. Oliver says Deathwatch are strongest by far. Okay. Restrictions. Your army can include Grim Resolve. Yep, we know about the Grim Resolve. You get, if you get down to 0, you get 1 off Battle Shock. Da, 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 da. Oliver, is there many... How many data sheets are there for Deathwatch? Not that many? Or loads? Okay, stratagems. Unforgiven Fury. One Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot or fight this phase. Effect. Until the end of the phase, weapons equipped by models in your unit have the lethal hits ability. In addition, if one or more Adeptus Astartes units from your army are currently battle shocked, until the end of the phase, each time model in your unit makes an attack, a successful unmodified hit roll of a 5+ is a critical hit. In addition, if one or more Adeptus Astartes units from your army are currently battle shocked, until the end of the phase, each time model in your unit makes an attack. So if you're battle shocked, you can then hit on 5, so you get better for being battle shocked, and then you get the lethal hits, so you're getting that on 5s. Okay, interesting. You get the armor of contempt, which I think every marine army has access to. And then we have intractable. When your movement your movement phase just after an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army falls back, that Adeptus Astartes unit, until the end of the turn, you can shoot and charge, even though it fell back. Okay, very nice. Fire Discipline. Shooting phase, one Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have assault, heavy, and ignores cover abilities. That is nice. Very nice. Okay, Grim Retribution. Your shooting phase, just after an enemy unit has shot. No, your opponent's shooting phase, just after your enemy unit is shot. One Adeptus Astartes unit from your had one or more models destroyed as a result of the attacking unit. Your unit can shoot as if it were a shooting phase, but it must target the enemy unit that was attacked. And only if that's eligible unit to shoot. That's a really nice stratagem. You know, bang, I'm going to hit you back. You didn't do much damage to me, but now I'm going to annihilate you with a load of Hellblasters or something. Your opponent's charge phase, just after a model unit has ended its charge move, one Adeptus Astartes unit from your army within engagement range of the enemy unit. Until the end of the turn, each time an attack is allocated to a model in your unit, subtract 1 from the damage of that attack. So it's only melee, but -1 damage is super strong. And if it's damage 1, it's just subtract 1 damage. I mean, I really feel like GW should FAQ this and make it to a minimum of 1. Because they make it so you can always wound on 6s, you know, all of that stuff. But then suddenly, if you've got damage 1 weapons and you go into something that's damage 1, you can't do anything. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of FAQ, because it just seems way too strong just to say, nope, you literally can't damage me, you can't affect me, see you later. Like, it's like, okay, there's no point in me rolling the dice. I'm not going to do anything. Cool. Okay, well spent on that 1 CP. So I think the rule's stupid. -1 damage is a great rule in terms of if it's not spammed everywhere, but just to have it be able to make something do 0 damage, I don't like. And they had it in 9th, so it didn't do that. So I don't know why they've done it in 10th. Makes no sense. Thomas says, not many compared to Templars and Blood Angels. Okay. I think that will be the only other one you will get through. I think Wolves will have to wait for another time, though I'm sure people don't want to hear how bad they are. Yeah. Okay, Shroud of Heroes. The first time the bearer is destroyed, roll 1d6. At the end of the phase, on a 2+, set the bearer back up on the battlefield as close as possible to where it was destroyed in engagement range. So basically, you get back up with 3 wounds remaining. That's nice. If the bearer was battle shocked when it was destroyed, it is instead returned to its full wounds. So again, you're getting benefits if you're battle shocked. Interesting. Depth Society's model. Only add 1 to the attack strength and damage characteristic of the bearer's melee weapons, while the bearer is battle shocked. Add 2 to the attacks and strength and damage characteristic of bearer's melee weapons instead. Add 1 to the attack strength and damage characteristics of the bearer's melee weapons. That is nice. While the bearer is battle shocked, add 2. So again, it sounds like as a Dark Angel player, you just want to be battle shocked. Adeptus Starters model only. While the bearer is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. If the bearer's unit is below its starting strength, add 1 to the wound roll. Add 1 to the hit, add 1 to the wound. Nice. Is that for the bearer? It's not for the... I don't know. While the bearer is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Add 1 to the hit roll if the bearer's unit is below starting strength. Add 1 to the reroll if it's battle shocked. That's nice because it's buffing the actual unit. I tell you what, as a Dark Angel player, you just want to try and fail battle shock tests. Blade Guy Ancient, Promise Ancient, or Turner Ancient model only. While the bearer is leading a unit, models in that unit have a 6-up feel no pain. While that unit is battle shocked, models in that unit have a 4-up feel no pain. Okay, so you stick that with a massive unit with the Lion and a massive unit of Terminators. And you can play -1 damage and you'll never kill them. Cool. And Armor of Contempt for -1 AP. Good luck. Good luck. Oh, and they can get 4 wounds because of the Storm Shield. So 40 wounds. Yeah. 2-up save. T5. Just saying. It's going to be gross. Oliver says, sure, if you could buy the Lion. Yeah. I mean, that is a point, but now that they've got the Leviathan out the way, surely they can make stuff like the Lion and 8-bound and all those sorts of things again. Okay, Asriel, movement 6. C4, 2-up save, 6 wounds. He's got the Lion's Wrath. Anti-infantry 4+ devastating wounds. Strength 8, -3, 2 damage. That's actually pretty nice. 2 attacks, but still. The Sword of Secrets, devastating wounds. Attack 6, weapon skill 2. He has strength 6, AP 4. Very nice, 2 damage. That is a secret sword. Okay, Supreme Grandmaster. While this model is leading a unit, weapons equipped by models in that unit have the sustained hits 1 ability. Masterful Tactician. At the start of your command phase, if this model is on the battlefield, you gain 1. Like, this guy's already pretty good. Lion Helm. Models in this bearer's unit have a 4-up invulnerable save. Never knew he was going to get that. In addition, once per battle, at any time, the bearer can summon a Watcher in the dark. When it does, until the end of the phase, models in that bearer's unit have a Feel No Pain 4+ ability against mortals. Wow. He's good. He's not bad at all. And you can put him with Assault Intercessor Squad, Blade Guard Veteran Squad is probably what I put him with. Or Hellblaster Squad, Inferno Squad, Intercessor Squad, Stern Guard Veteran Squad. Belial. I'm not going to keep reading out the weapons just because, unless it's, I think it's super important. While this model is leading a unit, and that unit makes an attack, if a critical hit is scored, that attack has precision ability. Okay, so you can stick it on the characters. Each time a melee attack is allocated to this model after the attacking model's unit has finished making its attack, roll a d6 to a maximum of maximum of 6 d6 per attacking unit. For each 2+, the attacking unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Roll 1d6 to a maximum of 6d6 per attacking unit. Anyone understand that? So, per attacking unit models to a maximum of 6d6 per attacking unit. If anyone could translate that into English for me, that'd be great. Poor Dante, it just gets worse every time we see a chapter master. Yeah, 100%. So Bilal can go with like Terminators and all that good stuff. Then we have Samael. Again, his weapon's pretty standard. Grandmaster of the Raven Wing. While this model is leading a unit, that unit is able to shoot and declare a charge which turn advanced. Cut off their escape. Each time an enemy unit, excluding monster or vehicles, with engagement range of this model, selected to fall back. Make it take the desperate escape test, and then you subtract 1 if they're battle shocked. We've seen that one before. It's alright. It's not bad. If he gets attacked, he gets to attack back on a 2+. He does a mortal. You get to roll 6 times per unit that is attacking him. Okay. Thank you, Oliver, for translating for me. So Ezekiel, movement 6 to up save, wounds 4. We have the Psychic Hood, which is going to give you 4 up against psychic attacks. Feel no pain. And then in your shooting phase, you can select 1 enemy unit within 8 inches of this model. That unit must take a battle shock test. Make someone take a battle shock test. It's alright. Seems like everything does that. So we have Mind Wipe, which is 1 attack, strength 6 minus 2d6 damage. Yeah, it's alright. Why is the... Oh, has devastating wounds and whatever. And it's only range 12. Yeah, it's a bit shit. I think all of the psychics so far, I might be wrong, but a lot of the psychic seems just a bit crap. Traitor's Bane, anti-chaos 2+, psychic, strength 6 minus 2d3 damage. Book of Salvation, while this model is leading a unit, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of melee weapons equipped by this models in that unit. That's really nice. When this model is destroyed, each friendly Adept Society's unit within 6 inches of this model must take a battle shock test. Oh, that's not so nice. Although that is good for Dark Angels, because you want to be battle shocked, it seems. Right, we got much more. Who is Asmodee? I've never even heard of this guy. Blades of Reason. Oh, he's a chaplain. While this model is leading a unit, you can reroll the hit roll. At the start of the fight phase, each enemy character unit within 6 inches of this model must take a battle shock test, subtracting 1. In addition, each time this model destroys an enemy character model, you gain 1 CP. Seems alright, but he's got 5 attacks at strength 6 minus 1, 2 damage. Yeah. I think there's better options, I would say. Who we got now? Ravenwing Talon Masters. While this model is within 3 inches of 1 or more other friendly Adept Society monsters or Adept Society flying vehicle units, the model has the lone operative ability. Sorry, Adept Society's mounted, not monsters, or Adept Society's fly vehicle units has a lone operative ability, which is quite nice. He has the Twin Assault Cannon with devastating wounds and Twin Link, which is nice. And Twin Heavy Barrel with sustained hits 1 and Twin Linked. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot less attacks there. It's movement 16, T7. Okay, 6 wounds. Seems quite easily killable, but he does get lone operative ability sticking with some bikes. While a friendly Adept Society's mounted or Adept Society's fly vehicle unit is within 6 inches of this model, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have ignores cover ability. That's nice. Master of Maneuver. Once per turn, when an enemy unit ends a normal advance move, fall back within 9 inches of this model. If this model is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, this model can make a normal move up to 6 inches. Okay, not bad. A little bit more manoeuvrable. Gets a 5-up invar. Was it a 3-up save? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. While a friendly Adept Society mounted or such fly units within 6 inches model, range weapons equipped by this model. Bobby models in that unit. Okay. So they get to ignore cover. Yeah, it's not bad. It's alright. I don't think it's overly impressive, but then I wasn't expecting anything amazing. Old Lazarus. So again, he's got 6 attack, strength 6, -3, 2 damage. It seems quite the norm for these sort of captains and stuff. Intractable will. While this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought its phase, roll a d6 on a 4+. Do not remove it from play. That destroyed model can fight after. Yeah, so on a 4+, you get fight on death in the unit. That's quite nice. The model has the Feel No Pain 3+ ability against psychic attacks and mortal wounds, but it's only this model, not the unit. That's quite nice though. And he has a 4-up in bum. Yeah. You can go with like Blade Guard and Intercessors, Assault Intercessors and all that. A Deathwing Strike Master. He has tactical precision. So basically you get lethal hits in the unit. You can add one. Each time this model makes an attack that targets a unit below half strength, add 1 to the hit and the wound roll. And his wound characteristics go up to 6+, sits up to 6, sorry, if he's got a Storm Shield. Is there anything else I really need to see on Dark Angels, or should I move on? We know what the Deathwing Command Squad does. Deathwing Command Squad. Is there anything that's super cool that I need to see? Gathering you guys have looked through them. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, you can ignore any or all the modifiers, blah, blah, blah. I've one had to, oh, it's like a standard Terminator thing. The bearer has a wound characteristic of 4. If you have a Storm Shield, Fun Hammers are pretty much the same. Only the Knights and Special Bikes. Okay, so these are the Knights. Oh no, this is the Deathwing Terminator Squad. We need to see these bad boys, Deathwing Knights. In a circle, each time an attack is allocated to a model in this unit, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic of that attack. Okay, well done, GW. Again, not to a minimum of 1. If that's meant, they're actual dickheads. If they meant to do that and it meant to go to 0, they are dickheads. Mace of Absolution, strength 6 -1, 3 damage. Once per battle at any time, this unit can summon a Watcher in the Dark. You get 4+ Feel No Pain against mortal wounds. Very nice. Nice. If a character from your army can be attached to Terminator Squad. Yep. Ravenwing Command Squad. Honor and Death. It is quite nice. Just want to see the Black Knights really. Here we are. Knights of Caliban. Each time this unit is selected to fight, if it made a charge move this turn, until the end of the phase, melee weapons equipped that have anti-monster and anti-vehicle 4+. That's actually quite nice. Strength 5 -2, 1 damage. It would have been nicer if there were 2 damage. 1 damage. Not quite what we want, especially if you're going to go into a Redemptor. You go into a Redemptor with anti-vehicle 4+, do all them wounds, and then it all gets reduced to nothing. Pretty shit, isn't it? Oh, and the 2x jets. Why? What are they like? Are they decent or? Dark Shroud, Icon of Old Caliban. Range attacks at targets, you only get the benefit of Khazar if you're within 6 inches of it. It's nice. So the Dark Shroud gives you the benefit of cover basically. You're within 6. Land Speed of Vengeance. Once per turn, your opponent's shooting phase. You can shoot at something if they shoot at you, or at a nearby unit. Dark Talon, Stasis Bomb. Once per battle, after this model ends a normal move, you can select one enemy unit, excluding Knighthcraft. If it moves over this phase, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. You must roll a D6. On a 1 to 3, that unit cannot advance or fall back in the opponent's next phase. On a 4 to 6, that unit must remain stationary in your opponent's next move phase. That's alright. It's only once per battle though, so it's a bit like Rift Cannon is D3 +1. Strength 16 -4, 3 damage. Devastating wounds and blast. And Hurricane Bolt asks Twin Linked. rapid fire 6, so you could get 12 in 12-inch range, which would be easy to do. Strength 4 is 0 P1 damage, so has a 5 up in Vun. And then we have the Nephilim Jet Fighter, which lightning fast maneuvers. Each time range attack targets is subtract 1 from the hit roll. If that attack was made by a model that can fly, subtract from the wound roll as well. I thought they got subtract 1 anyway from the hit roll for being a flyer, don't they? Or is that not a thing anymore? Black Sword missiles, yeah, Nephilim las cannons, 2 shots, standard las cannon. Yeah, they seem alright. Oh, should we look at the line? We've already seen the line, haven't we? We all know what the line's doing, and that's everything. And who's he killing? Everyone. Okay. Let's... Oh. If we want to look at this, I'm going to need to go to the articles, because for some reason it's not showing up here. I don't know why, but it's not in the downloads. So we're going to have a look at Deathwatch. For anyone that wants to know about Space Wolves, I'm not going to get time to do Space Wolves, but basically I'm going to say this. I believe, well, I might have time to do them actually, we'll see. But I believe that the Thunderhammer, the Wolf and Hammer is a mistake. But I'll try and get to it, because I think, and we'll try and do a few in there. Because I think the it's got the exact same stats as like Crushing Teeth and Claws and the Wolf Claws, but worse in fact, because it's less attacks. And it looks like they've just given someone like a what are they called? You know, like a little plastic hammer that you get in a children's building set, and they're like, yeah, they are. Deathwatch have got strength 10 hammers. Deathwatch have got strength 10 hammers. Normal Marines have got strength 8 hammers. Terminator's got strength 8 hammers. Wolfen, who are meant to be stronger, like beasts, strength 5 hammers. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, kill teams. Each time an attack targets kill team from your army that contains models with different toughness characteristics, you take the majority. Transport, for the purpose of transport. Train features. All models in units kill team ability are treated as infantry, even though similar models in other units may have mounted or jump pack keywords. Okay. So we have the mission tactics, which we've seen. So basically, you get to choose them a bit like the what they call doctrines. Your army can't include any of those because they're probably special ones for them. Okay, so they get Armor of Contempt because they're Space Marines, so you get the option of that. They then get Adaptive Tactics, so in your command phase, up to something kill team units, up to 2 kill team units from your army, or 1 other Adeptus Astartes unit in your army. For each unit targeted, select the Fura Tactics, Malleus Tactics, or Purgatus Tactics. Until the start of your next command phase, that mission tactic is active for that unit instead of any mission tactic that is active for your army. Okay, so you can change your tactics, your tic tacs. Hellfire rounds. Target up to, in your shooting phase, target 2 kill team units from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase, or 1 other Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in that unit have an anti-infantry 2+, and anti-monster 5+ abilities. You cannot select any enemy units that have already been targeted with either Kraken rounds or Dragonfire round stratagems this phase. Oh. Okay, end of your opponent's teleportarium, end of your opponent's fight phase. That's just interesting time. Up to 2 kill units from your army, or 1 other Adeptus Astartes infantry unit from your army. Remove those units from the battlefield in the reinforcement step of your next movement phase. Set each of those units up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches horizontally away from all enemy models. You can select any units at engagement range. That's a really, really good strat. Really strong strat as well. Because it's at the end of the fight phase, and then you're basically moving them ready for your movement phase. Oh no. Remove those units from the battlefield in the reinforcement step for your next movement phase. Okay, so you can't move them and then come in your movement phase and move. I was going to say that would be super strong. Still super strong though. And really nice. I don't know why they didn't just say in your movement phase, but whatever. There might be a reason. You cannot select any units that are within engagement range of one or any. Okay, that's interesting. So we've got the Kraken and the Dragonfire rounds. So Kraken rounds, your shooting phase, up to 2 kill team units or one of us Astartes unit. Until the end of the phase, improve the armor penetration characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit by 1. That's very nice. And improve range characteristics of those weapons by 6 inches. That's really, really strong. You can't select anyone that's been affected by Dragonfire or Hellfire. So that's really, really nice. And then Dragonfire rounds. Again, same rules for targets. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by those models have the assault and ignore cover ability. You cannot select any units that have already been targeted by Kraken or Hellfire rounds. So basically, you can't affect any unit by more than one of these. But, I mean, it's pretty strong. Their strats are mental. It's 3 types of ammo that's nuts. Even you laughed at how good that is. Yeah. Improve by 1, the armor penetration by 1 and the range by 6 is super strong. The anti-infantry 2+ and the anti-monster 5+ is going to be super strong when you can then link it up with other stuff. Okay, let's have a look at their enhancements. So, Adeptus and Astartes model only. Improve the strength, damage, and armor penetration characteristic of a bearer's melee weapons by 1. If an enemy model is destroyed as a result of a melee attack made by the bearer at the end of the phase until the end of the battle, improve the strength, damage, armor penetration characteristic by 2. Very nice. What we got? Beacon, Angelus. Adeptus Astartes model only. Model in the bearer's unit have the deep strike ability. Models in the bearer's unit have the deep strike. In addition, you can target the bearer's unit with rapid ingress stratagem with 0 CP. That's really nice because it actually benefits a unit rather than just a character. I think the enhancements that are going to benefit units is going to be probably better than ones that just benefit the character, unless the character is really strong himself or herself. Okay, Tome of the Ectoclades. It's a lot of talking. Okay, Watchmaster or Captain model only. Once per battle, after you have selected an enemy unit using Oath of Moment ability in your command phase, the bearer can use this enhancement. If they are on the battlefield, when they do, select a second enemy unit until the start of your next command phase. Each time an Adeptus Astartes model from your army makes an attack that targets either of those enemy units, you can re-roll the hit roll and you can re-roll the wound roll. That seems good. Once per battle, so it's only once per battle. After you have selected an enemy unit using Oath of Moment ability in your command phase, the bearer can use this enhancement if they are on the battlefield. When they do, select a second enemy unit until the start of your next command phase. Each time it starts model, so you get an Oath of Moment twice, but only once per battle. So, but still, really good, really good. Especially you're probably going to use that turn 2, turn 3 in those key turns. Yeah. Double Oath of Moment, baby. Yeah, the tome is very nice. It's very good. That with some of the other stuff in there, like link that up with the anti-infantry 2+ and the anti-monster 5+. You're starting to really do some damage there. Or the -1 AP as well. That's super strong. Watchmaster or Tech Marine model only. At the start of your Opponent shooting phase, select one enemy vehicle unit, excluding Titanic units, within 12 inches and visible to the bearer. That model must take a leadership test. If that test is passed until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. If the test is failed, that unit is not eligible to shoot. That's nice, but it is only 12-inch range. So, yeah, it's alright. And you can still melee. So if it's like a melee dreadnought, you don't even care, really. Until the end of the phase, yeah. So it is in the shooting phase, yeah. So, but it's all right. Yeah, if you compare them to the Wolves or the Blood Angels, yeah, I'm thinking Deathwatch, Dark Angels, and Templars have definitely come out of this a lot nicer. Okay, T4's top save. We have strategic knowledge. While a model is on the battlefield, you can shoot or charge in a turn which you fell back. And then Watchmaster, once per battle, after your opponent plays a stratagem. If this model is your Warlord and is on the battlefield, it can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the battle, increase that stratagem by 1 CP. Yeah, cool. The Vigil Spears, strength 6 minus 2 D3 damage. Yeah, it's alright. Not bad. If this is your Warlord and is on the battlefield, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. He ain't bad. He's not amazing, but he ain't bad. But you can give him that thing. Hey, oh, sorry to come into this very late, so heading to the front of the stream. The BA looks... Blood Angels looks tasty. Glad I'm on with redoing my force currently. The Blood Angels don't look bad. Like, I think the Blood Angels are going to be good. I like the Sanguinary Guard. I just think, like, the synergies aren't quite as good with the Blood Angels as they are with some of the other chapters. I haven't really looked at the synergies of Space Wolves yet. I've just seen some of their data sheets don't look great. Movement 6 inches, T4. It's hard when you're comparing all these chapters together, because it does make you feel a bit bad when you look at some of the rules, for instance, from Deathwatch. And if you're a Blood Angel player or a Space Wolf player, you're like, oh, my rules aren't quite as strong as that. Making a strat plus 1 CP, yeah. I think it's a really strong thing to do. Making a strat plus 1 CP, especially when now there's fewer strats and they're a bit stronger and you've got fewer CP. I think it's going to be really, really good. So Feel No Pain 6+ for Watch Captain Artemis. While this model is leading a unit, you can target that unit with a stratagem. That's already been used this phase. In addition, that unit can be targeted with stratagem even while it's battle shocked. It's quite nice. Unstoppable Champion. For the first time this model is destroyed on a D6 2+, set the model back up. And not within engagement range with 1 wound remaining. And he has a Forbidden Run. He can be put with Deathwatch Veterans or Proteus Kill Teams. Okay, Kill Team Cassius. You've got all of the guys in here. While this unit contains Chaplain Cassius, melee weapons equipped by models in that unit have the Devastating Wounds ability. Each time this unit makes a Battle Shock test, leadership test, you can re-roll that test. Jump Pack. The Bearer has a movement characteristic of 12. Psychic Hoods. 4 up against things. I'm not going to read all the weapons because there's quite a lot there. Kill Team Cassius. Okay, Deathwatch Veterans. We've seen these. They get the Strength 10, -2, 3 damage to Thunderhammer. Don't tell Wolfen. Terminator Squad. They have the Teleport Homer and they have Terminus Assault. Each time this unit ends a charge move, each enemy unit with engagement range, this unit must take a Battle Shock test. Yeah, not bad. George Hutley, going to be a lot of Marines playing as Deathwatch who are yellow and blue this edition, I think. Yeah, quite possibly. Hey, George Hutley, you know that, mate. Sorry, Ollie says to George. 5th place Wolves, 4th place Light Angels, 3rd place Templars, 2nd place Dark Angels, 1st place Death Watch. Yeah, quite possibly. Kill Team Cassius is skip. Death Watch Terminators can take 3 weapons in a 5-man squad. You can have 3 assault cannons. Oh, that's nice. Up to 3. Yeah, that's true. That's 3 assault cannons is very, very nice. Well seen, Oliver. Okay, Veteran Bike Squad. 12-inch, toughness 5. You know, all the normal Bike Squad stuff. Long Vigil melee weapon, which is 3 attack, strength 5 minus 2, 1 damage. Xenos Blade, strength 5 minus 2, 1 damage with 4 attacks. They've got a Starty Shield for up Invan. And then they have Turbo Boost, you can move 6. I think that's such a shit ability, because it was such a normal ability in, like, everyone done it in 9th, and I feel like they should have something extra, all these bike units. Not just, oh, I can advance 6. It's like, well, yeah, that's what bikes do. Then we have the Corvus Black Star. Black Star cluster launchers. Each time it's small lens and normal move, you can select one enemy unit. 5+, it suffers one more wound. That's quite nice. For each 5+. One enemy unit moved over during that move. Roll 1d6 for each 5. Roll 6d6. Sorry, and for each 5+. So up to 6 mortal wounds. You probably do on average 2. So anything particularly good in the weapons? Nothing that's like amazing. Black Star rocket launcher seems alright. All specs array, and ignore cover. Yeah. Sure, right. You can transport everything. You can transport mounted models. Just drive your bike in there. Okay, Proteus kill teams. Proteus kill team. Each time this model makes an attack that targets a unit below half strength, add 1 to the hit roll. Nice. So this is all the stuff that Proteus kill teams can have and everything else. I'm not going to go through it all, but it's nice that there seems to be a lot of option there. George seems very happy with the Death Watch rules. Would you say that, George? Pretty happy? Each time a model in this unit makes an attack that targets the unit below half strength, add 1 to the hit roll. So it's the Fortis kill team. It's the same thing. Oh, you'd have thought they'd at least made it like a little bit different. I think Proteus kill team is money. Take 5 vets with long vigil weapons and 3 terminators with assault cannons. Whole squad gets devastating wounds and use 2+ infantry on them. Yeah, I reckon, George, something tells me that the people who wrote these rules didn't quite realise what they could do. I think that's the key. They didn't realise quite how good they are. Okay, Indominate Doctrines. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll if this unit is below. If this unit is below starting strength, and add 1 to the wound roll if the unit is below half strength. Sorry, below starting strength and below half strength. So you can get add 1 to hit, add 1 to wound. Indominate kill team basically gets better as you get less guys, which is alright. Keeps up the sort of damage output a little bit. George, that is filthy. Other kill teams do get different rules. Okay, Spectrus kill team. So you get Spectrus Doctrines at the end of your opponent's turn. If this unit is more than 6 inches away from all enemy units, you can remove it from the battlefield. That's really nice. And place it in strategic reserves. It will arrive back on the battlefield and reinforcement step of your movement phase. And you get the Helix Gauntlet, so you get 6 up feel no pain. Or you can have the Infiltrate Comms Array. So you can gain CP back on a 5 up. And you can have the Jump Pack. Very nice. So this one you can have the infiltrators with bolt snipers and Oculus bolt carbines and combat knives, and it's such a shame that on Forge World you can just buy Terminator assault cannons. You can or can't? What else is left? Is there another kill team that I can't see? We'll wait for that to load. Are we thinking then that Deathwatch are the strongest Marine chapter by far out of any of the Marines we've seen? Because it's looking that way. Maybe Ultramarines with Gilliman, is that still going to be as strong? Okay, we have the Deathwatch Armory and a picture. Yeah, we just looked at that. So flexible, amazing strats that are all useful. Yeah, Dark Angels do look good as well. I mean, you stick the Lion with like 10 Dark Angel Terminators with Storm Shields to get the extra wounds. So you've got 40 wounds. And then you can get Armor of Contempt on them. They're -1 damage. Sorry, the Knights. -1 damage. Like, there's so much stuff you can do. It just seems like you can make that Terminator blood so durable that Lion's never going to die. And then he's going to be in you, inside you. And you're not going to like it. I'm telling you. The Lion is going to be brutal. Okay, so we know the Space Wolves attachment rule. No one likes it. Whoever wrote these rules for Space Wolves absolutely hates them. Hates Space Wolves and the whole community of Space Wolves. Hates Vikings. Dislikes wolves. Doesn't probably like animals in general. Because these are some of the worst rules we've seen for detachment abilities. Absolutely gross. What they could have done, if they'd taken the character keyword out of all of these abilities and made it just so anyone in the army could do it, it would at least be like, okay. Because they're still hard to do, even if you take the character work out of it. Like, it's the fact you've got to do everything with a character. It's just horseshit. I mean, if I played Space Wolves, I'd be furious. With all of the other adepts, you know, all of the other Marines, these got fucked in the ass hard. So, Pat, where are your Marines going to go towards? My Marines will always be played as White Scars because, unless people really want to see stuff on the channel, I don't mind it, but I'd prefer for instance, to get George on the channel and play his Deathwatch against me, rather than me play Deathwatch, because it's hard to keep learning, like, especially more rules with Marines. But I would play it on the channel, but yeah, I'd prefer to get someone who actually plays them on the channel. Okay, so stratagems. It's not that easy. Ollie needs some setup. It's not that as if you can just remove 2 squads from the battlefield and deep strike them for 1 CP. Okay. Are you talking to Ollie? I want to see George face you as the first game of 10th with his Deathwatch. Unfortunately, I've already sorted my first game of 10th out. In fact, I've already sorted my first 2 games of 10th out, and they're not against George. But we'll get George on the channel because George has said he wants to come on. So, until the end of the phase, each time it targets a model in your unit worse than their armor penetrate, armor contempt. Good. We know about that. Okay, runic wards. So basically, you target in your shooting phase or fight phase. Opponent's shooting phase or fight phase. Target one of your units. Until the end of the phase, model that unit have a 5 up feel no pain against mortal wounds and psychic attacks. If the saga of the bear has been completed, which is probably unlikely, you'll get a 4 up feel no pain instead against psychic and mortal wounds. It's nice. Like, it's a 5 up feel no pain against mortal wounds. Cool. Like, it's not bad. Go for the throat. Someone's probably going to go for the throat at GW. Who won a Space Wolf player, probably. Whoever wrote the rules for these. One Adept Astartes unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. Until the end of the phase, improve the armor penetration character of melee weapons by 1. Really, really nice. And then if the Saga of the Beast Slayer has been completed, you get +1 to wound from the Lance ability. Really nice stratagem. Saga of the Beast Slayer I don't think it's that easy to do either, but once it has been done, let's say, then if it wasn't characters, it'd probably be a lot easier. But then suddenly you've got some play, you know. That's a really nice stratagem, and that would make, for instance, I would like to say it would make Wolfen a lot better, but let's not talk about Wolfen. Okay, Death Howl. Playing the fight phase and a Astartes unit from your army that destroyed one or more enemy units this phase. Until the end of the phase, each time model in your army makes a consolidation move, you can consolidate 6 instead of 3. And yes, you have to finish in engagement range of an enemy unit. In addition, if the Saga of Majesty has been completed by your army, each enemy unit within 6 inches of your unit, when it ends a consolidation move, must take a battle shock test. If you've done the Saga of Majesty, that will probably come in on turn 4 or 5. Okay, Warrior Pride. That was a good secondary in 9th. One Adept Astartes character model from your army. Select one Saga that has not yet been completed by your army. Until the end of the turn, models in your character's unit have the benefit of the selected Saga as if it had been completed by your army. Select one Saga that has not been yet completed by your army. Until the end of the turn, models in... They seem to think that people are going to be completing these. I mean, at least you get to use one of the benefits for one unit. Oh, you can only do it on the character model, though. The character model in your character's unit have the benefit. Oh, that's okay. Whew. I was going to say, if it's just on the character unit, that's crap. Okay, Relentless Assault. In your movement phase, just after you a Astartes unit from your makes a fullback or advanced move, that Astartes unit, till the end of the turn, your unit is able to shoot, even though it fell back or advanced this phase. If the Saga of the Warrior Born was completed, your army, until the end of the turn, you can also declare a charge. Really nice. I wish they didn't have if you've done this one or if you've done this one. Like, it's nice on some of the other things, but these are all so hard to do that it means that, like, most of them you're not actually going to get the full effect of that stratagem. Hardly ever. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Do you think that these in the detachment rules, do you think that they're okay? They're doable? Am I wrong? Because to me, they look like they're doable. You're not going to get the benefit of any of them until probably turn 4, because you activate it at the end of a turn once you've done whatever the Saga is. At best, turn 3, and that's like. And I know they're stackable, but you can only if you're only getting it done turn 4. Turn 4 and 5, it's stackable. I don't know. Seems harsh to me anyway. Right, Pelt of the Beowulf. Adeptus Astartes model only. Oliver says, I think they are meh. Yeah. I think they are meh as well. At the start of the fight phase, each enemy unit within engagement range takes a battle shock test. Meh. Wolf Talisman. Adeptus Astartes model. Each time an attack is allocated to the bearer, subtract 1 from the damage. That's alright. Black Death. Astartes model only. The bearer's melee weapon have the anti-monster 4+ and anti-vehicle 4+ abilities. That's quite nice. I do like that, especially for maybe doing one of them sagas. Wolves aren't a durable army or an attrition army where these would be brilliant. Yeah. Agreed. They're get in there and smash everything, and if you can smash everything enough, you'll probably win. If you don't smash stuff enough, you'll probably lose. Like, that's what Space Wolves are. Adept Astartes model only. The bearer's melee weapons have the precision ability, and the strength and arm penetration characteristics of those weapons are improved by 1. Bearer's melee weapons. It's the bearer. Yeah, again. It's not the unit. Meh. Right, I'm going to, like, real skip through. Logan Grimnar. He's got the High King of Fenris. Once per battle, in your charge phase, the model can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the turn, you can re-roll charge rolls made for Adept Astartes units from your army. This is once per battle, and until the end of the turn, each time a Deputy Astartes model from your army makes a melee attack, you can re-roll the hit roll. Now, that is actually a good rule, because it's army-wide. It's only once per battle, but say for Space Wolves, you're going in turn 2, turn 3, one of those ones where you're going to make a lot of charges, hopefully. That is brilliant. You're like, right, I'm playing the High King of Fenris. All of my units get re-roll charge, and all of them get to re-roll the hit roll for that turn. Like, I think that's a really, really strong rule, and it would be brilliant if Space Wolves were better. And each time this model destroys an enemy unit, you gain 1 CP. That's not bad either. Not sure how many CP you're actually going to get from it, depending on, like, he's all right. His damage isn't bad, but I'm not sure how often that will actually come in. So he can basically be put with Terminator squads. And then you've got him on the Storm Rider, you know, old Santa. And again, same rules. You can put him with Thunderwolf instead. Wolves aren't a durable. Oh, it's read that. Okay. Oh, we saw that. So they can go with the thingies. Nigel Stormcaller, his Living Witchfire, is pretty meh. Strength 7, -1/1 damage. It's alright. It's got sustained hits 2. It's alright. It's not terrible. It's not great. Staff of the Stormcaller, 4 attacks, strength 7, -1, D3 damage. Meh. He has Stormcaller Psychic. While this model is in a unit, they have a stealth ability, so they're -1 to hit. That's quite nice. Each time a psychic attack targets this model unit, subtract 1 from the wound roll. -1 to wound for that unit against psychic. It's alright if you're playing a heavy psychic army, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be taking him probably. I think there's better options. We have Bjorn the Fell-Handed, who has a 5-up, feel no pain. He has 8 wounds, T9, movement 8. He's got the Hellfrost Cannon focused, which is strength 9, -3, 5 damage, which is quite cool. We've got the Twin Link Glass Cannon. We've got the Multi-Melter. These are all the options. He's got the Heavy Flamer, which is strength 5, -1/1 damage. Assault Cannon. True Claw, which is 6 attacks, hit on 2, strength 12, -2, 3 damage. Not bad, not bad. I'd like to have seen it maybe a little bit more damage, maybe a 4. He has a 5-up field of pain, like I said. He also has Legendary Tenacity, so he halves all incoming damage, which is really nice when you put it with that 5-up feel no pain. That's one durable mofo. He doesn't get Lone Operator, though, which is a shame. So you can target him from wherever he is. Which is a shame. Once per battle, after your opponent uses a stratagem, you can increase that stratagem by 1 CP. Like Oliver was saying earlier, I do think that's quite strong. So I don't think he's bad. I think he's not bad at all. He's actually pretty durable with the 5-up feel no pain and the halving damage. So yeah, I think he might actually be alright. What do you guys think? Old Arjak Rockfist, the Foe Hammer. I'm a bit sad that he's gone down to 6-inch range. He is anti-monster 2+ with Assault though, which is cool. Strength 8, -2, 3 damage, 1 shot. Then the Foe Hammer, anti-monster 2+ again, 5 attacks, strength 8, -2, 3 damage. It would have been nice if it was anti-monster, anti-vehicle, but I know he's meant to be the monster killer. While this model is leading a unit, if you're under starting strength, it's +1 to hit. If you're under below half strength, it's +1 to wound. And then you can target a model with Epic Challenge Stratagem for 0 CP, which I can't remember what that is. And each time this model makes a melee attack that targets a character, you can reroll the hit roll, reroll the wound roll, which is really nice. Profiles are okay, better than Blood Angels, but let down by piss poor faction rules. Yeah, I agree. Opposite of Blood Angels. Yeah, true. Maybe the characters are better than Blood Angel characters, but the actual rules aren't. Auric the Slayer, Warhammer of Rust, while a friendly FCR unit 6 inches, leadership characters for 5+. And then while this model is leading a unit, the fight phase, select one enemy unit in engagement range of this model. Till the end of the phase, each time model in that unit makes a melee attack that targets a reroll hit roll of 1 and wound roll of 1. If it's a character, vehicle, or monster unit, you can reroll the hit roll and reroll the wound roll. Well, that's actually quite nice. It's quite good. I like it. You can basically get rerolls to hit and rerolls to wound against monsters and vehicles or characters. It's quite cool. It's only with Blood Claws, Grey Hunters, Long Fangs, and Wolfguard. Oh, you could stick him with a Long Fang, or is it? No, that's in the fight phase. Ragnar Blackmane. Ragnar's actually looks pretty cool. He's got 8 attacks with sustained hits 1, so he's going to get exploding 6s. He's weapon skill 2+. He's strength 6 -3, 2 damage. While this model is unit, that unit can advance and charge. And then Battle Lust, each time this model ends a charge move until the end of the turn, add 2 to the attacks and strength characteristic of this model's Frostfang. So you're getting +2 to the attack. So you 10 attacks with strength 8 -3, 2 damage. I like that a lot. 4 up in bum. I think he's pretty cool. And advance and charge is just tasty, isn't it? You can go Wolfguard, Blood Claws, Grey Hunters, Assault Intercessor Squad, Blade Guard, Veteran Squad, and Intercessor Squad. So maybe sticking with a big unit of Assault Intercessors in a Land Raider. Could be something there. Crom Dragon Gaze. Refuse to accept defeat. When this model is in a unit, each time the unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. If it's below starting stroke, add 1 to it. Yeah. So add 1 to it. It's like the Lieutenant rule. In your shooting phase, you can select 1 enemy infantry 12 inches invisible. This has been a long stream for me. Okay, Harold Deathwolf. I actually quite liked Harold Deathwolf's rules. Strength 6, -2, 2 damage on his Glacius. And he gets the extra attack strength 5, -1, 1 damage. Lord of the Wolfkin, while this model is leading a unit, each time the unit makes a charge move at the end of the turn, they get devastating wounds. I thought that was a really nice rule. You know, you stick a load of Thunderwolves in with him, and everyone's getting devastating wounds on the Crushing Teeth and Claws. That's like 3 attacks per. Strength 5, -1, 1 damage. Quite nice. Get some mortal wounds, hopefully. Once per phase, when resolving an attack, you can reduce it to 0, which is quite nice for durability. How many wounds do he have? 7 wounds. T6. Not bad. And he can go with Thunderwolf Cavalry. And then we've got Old Canis, the Wolfborn. While models in this is leading this unit, melee equipped with sustains 1, hit 1. It's alright. Each time this model ends a charge move, you can do some mortal wounds, which is quite nice. Again, he can go with Fenrisian Wolves or Thunderwolf Cavalry. I didn't realise you could put him with Fenrisian Wolves. That's quite cool. Stick him with a unit of Fenrisian Wolves. Wolfguard Battle Leader. In Terminator armor, tactical precision to get lethal hits. And then, while this model is attached to your unit, it contains another character model. All the characters get a 4-up feel no pain, which is quite nice. You can do it with a captain or chapter master. Wolflord and Thunderwolf. So he gets the rights of battle, where you can use stratagem of 0 CP. Add 1 to advance and charge rolls made for the unit. It's alright. Wolfguard Battle Leader. So tactical precision, so you get lethal hits, and then you get aggressive hunter. Once per battle in your opponent's shooting phase, after an enemy unit has finished making his shots, if this model's unit was targeted by one of those, the model's unit can make a normal move up to D6 inches. So not bad. Must end close as possible enemy unit when doing so. So you get that extra free movement in a shooting phase, which actually could be really nice. And he has the Devastating Wounds Thunderhammer, Strength 8, -2, 2 damage. So the Wolfguard Battle Leader on Thunderwolf gets a Thunderhammer. He can have a Thunderhammer with Devastating Wounds. Or a Relic Weapon, Strength 5, -2, 2 damage. I think there's something like gone seriously wrong. So he can go with Thunderwolf Cav, and he can also join the unit if there's already a captain or chapter master, which is quite nice. The Blood Claws, they get Berserk Charge. They add 1 to the attacks and strength characteristics called melee weapons. So they've got strength 5, -2, 1 damage chainswords. That's brutal. Very nice. And then we've got the Grey Hunters. They can fall back, shoot, and yeah, just fall back and shoot, or advance and shoot. Not bad. I can't remember how far. Wolfguard. So chosen companions, while a character model is leading this unit, add 1 to the hit roll. That's really nice. So these are basically the Vanguard vets, but they have the heirloom weapons, which are 4 attacks, strength 5, -1 damage. Apparently everything in Space Wolves is strength 5, -1 damage. There's got to have been a mistake. What do you guys think? Do you think that there's something gone wrong? Lucas the Trickstar. Pelt of the Doppelganger. While this model is leading a unit, each time an attack is subtract 1 from the hit roll, which is really nice. And then if this model is destroyed by a melee attack, roll a d6 and a 4+. They take unit suffers d6 mortal wounds and is battle shocked. That's nice. That's quite funny. The last laugh. I like that. I do like that rule. I think it's cool. It's just funny, isn't it? You roll a d6 and a 4+. It gets d6 mortal wounds and then they're battle shocked. They're, what? What happened? No, they just hate wolves now. One army always ends up a dud. Yeah, it's such a shame though, isn't it? Wolves are actually pretty good in 9th. Each time a model in this unit makes an attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers to that unit's attack, ballistic skill. Okay, so it's just a normal Terminator 1. You get add 1 to the hit roll if they're an oath target. They get strength 8 -2/2 Funhammers. So you don't think it's a mistake though? I can't see it's not a mistake. Mordekai's Howl. In your shooting phase, you can select one enemy unit within 12 inches. Oh yeah, we saw that on the preview. I'm going to carry on. The Hounds of Mordecai. Wolfen. Movement 8. I think that might actually be... I think they might be in movement 7, so that might be a buff. T5, 4-up save, 2 wounds. What we've come to know them as, they are OC0, so they can't hold objectives. So you've got a unit that can't hold objectives, that can't kill anything. What is the purpose of this unit? They've got a 6-up Feel No Pain, and if they've got a Storm Shield, they get a 4-up Invuln. Wolf and Claws and melee weapons, so anything that's not a Wolf and Hammer, is 6 attacks at 3+ weapon skill, strength 5, -1, 1 damage. If you've got a Wolf and Hammer, it's only 4 attacks, strength 5, -1, 1 damage. This is the craziest thing I've seen on a datasheet so far. This is mental. Wolfen are meant to be these like strong, beastly, you know, I'm thinking, I honestly thought they were going to be strength 10, -2, 3 damage. I honestly thought that was going to be the profile. Or 2 damage, one of the two. But strength 5, -1, 1 damage. 1 damage for a hammer. When have you ever seen 1 damage on a hammer? I mean, it really is horseshit. They get Death Frenzy, so when they're destroyed on a 4-up, if they haven't fought yet, they get to fight, which is really nice. It's not the guaranteed fight on death that they had in 9th, but it's still nice. I really hope that this gets FAQ'd or something, because it's such a shame. No one's going to take them, like, unless they're about 10 points each. It just feels bad. It feels bad, and I don't even play them, you know? It just seems so strange. Maybe the hammer is the only way you can take the shield, and that's the trade-off: offensive power for defense. Yeah, I get that, and I think it is. But just put the points up and make the hammer better. Because why would you bother taking them at strength 5, -1, 1 damage? I just take Terminators. It's like a no-brainer. And Terminators are way more durable, and they're better. You're just not going to take Wolfen. Wolfen are just quicker. And it's like, well, it's alright, I'll just stick my Terminators in a Land Raider. Okay. We have Wolfen Dread T9. It has a 6-up Feel No Pain. It's a 2+ save. Toughness 9. Actually quite durable, I think. Then we have the Fenrisian Great Axe, which is strength 10 minus 2, d6 plus 1 damage. Nice. I was expecting a little more strength from that, maybe a strength 12. It's 5 attacks. Each time this model is selected to fight, you can select one enemy unit within engagement range of it and roll 1d6, adding 2 to the result of this model's made a charge move this turn, 4 to 5. So you do mortal wounds on the charge, that's quite nice. Bestial Rage. The Great Wolf Claw, strength 10 minus 3, 3 damage. Not sure that might be better than the Great Axe, although the Great Axe you've got the 10 attack sweep, strength 6 minus 2, 1 damage, which is pretty good. Not quite as beastly as I thought the Wolf from Dread would be in terms of strength. I thought it would be strength 12. Murder Fang. So he has exactly the same abilities, like defensive abilities, as the Wolf from Dread. However, he has 8 attacks at strength 14, minus 2, 3 damage. That's good. And they're twin linked, so you'll re-roll into wound. Each enemy unit targets this model. Each time an enemy unit targets this model, after that unit has finished making its attacks, this model can either shoot as if it was shooting phase or fight as if it was fight phase. If that's an extra activation, which I think it could be, that's brutal. Brutal. Get him. Like, if he's charged, you hit him. No, sorry, you charge, you hit, like, you hit whoever you're hitting, they then hit you back, you then get to hit them back again. Really nice, if they're not already dead, but in this edition, probably won't be. But yeah, I like it. I think he's actually good. He's actually really good at strength 14, minus 2. The only thing is he's not, you can't hide him behind characters and stuff, so he hasn't got lone operator, so he is susceptible to getting shot off the board. Okay, then Thunderwolf Cavalry. Again, another feels bad. Strength 10, T6, 3 up save, 4 wounds, Leadership 6, OC 2. Each time this unit makes a charge move until the end of the turn, add 1 to the damage characteristic of melee weapons. Really cool rule. Really shit weapons. I mean, at least that will work on the Crushing Teeth and Claws, which is strength 5 minus 1, 1 damage. But you're getting an extra attack with the heirloom weapon and you're hitting on 3s rather than 4s, and you're strength 5 minus 1, 1 damage. It just all feels bad. I mean, this one is the heirloom weapon, which is the same as the Vanguard Vets, I think, which I think is strength 5 minus 1, 1 damage, and they've just melded it all into one, because they're basically saying they're Vanguard Vets. It's just taken a lot of the flavour away from these guys who were like brutal, and now they're like, oh, some Thunderwolf Cap. Okay, yeah, don't worry, yeah, no worries. Like, they're just not going to do anything. It's just sad. It's just sad. Don't worry though, you can take a plasma pistol. Just sad. Then we got the Fenris and Wolves, who can advance and charge, which is nice. They get 2 attacks with their teeth and claws, hitting on 4s. They're alright, they're not doing anything major. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. We've got the Sky Claws, who have Headstrong. You can reroll charge rolls made for this unit each time. Charge move until the end of the turn. Model makes a melee attack and 1 to hit roll. Yeah, they're alright. Again, they can take Power Fists. Strength 8 minus 2, 2 damage. Even if the Thunderwolves could have taken Power Fists. Like, it's just so stupid. But I feel bad for all the Space Wolves players. Just play them as Deathwatch. I don't know what else to say. It's just sad. But thanks for watching, guys. I know it was a long stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Please join the Discord. It's in the description. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think of all of what we've had a look at. And I will see you guys in the next one. So today is Monday, so I'll be back on Wednesday, again at 3. We've got, I think, Chaos dropping tomorrow. Oh no, yeah, Chaos dropping tomorrow, and then Imperium on Wednesday. Then we have Xenos on Thursday, and then the GT pack and the points on Friday. So I'm going to try and do a stream on Wednesday and Friday, because there's a lot to get through. So the age of Marines is over. The age of Deathwatch has begun. Agreed, Oliver, agreed. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. So I'll see you on Wednesday.